Hi, I'm Dr. Julie Pham, here to help you practice curiosity to elevate your work and life. Today, we're going to talk about managing planned employee transitions. By planned, I mean that you have some time to prepare for that personnel transition, even if it's just 1 or 2 weeks. Maybe it's because you have an employee who's leaving for a really great new opportunity, or there's just some change in their life. This is in contrast to an unplanned transition where maybe you had to fire someone suddenly or something bad happened to that person and they're no longer able to work with you. I have been on both the employee and the manager side of a planned employee transition. And it can be really hard. Transitions can be very disruptive. So I have got 6 tips for you to mitigate that disruption and to reduce the stress that we can feel around these transitions. Tip number 1 is start redistributing the task. Look at what that exiting employee does and start to reassign it to other people. That way, the person who's got the task can ask questions of the exiting employee. And people also really appreciate, employee transition happening here. I have a new point person. Tip 2 is to reduce non-essential work. So if that exiting employee was in lots of meetings or on standing committees, just say they don't need to be a part of those meetings anymore, especially because they're not going to be there in the future to carry out the work. Tip number 3 is to create a detailed handover document. So this is a document where you both should have ideas on what it should include. There should be anything and everything that the employee thinks that whoever is taking over their role should know. Make sure that you have ample time to revisit this and to go over it together. Do not wait until the very last day that the employee is there to look at this document for the first time. Tip 4 is to collaborate on the transition plan. You don't have to create the transition plan all by yourself. Come up with a first draft and then invite input from the employees who are remaining. They will feel empowered too because they are then being involved in this transition. There might be some open questions for you that you pose to the remaining employees, and they might say, oh, well, I can do this, or here's another way to think about it. It's also a powerful way to create buy-in as you have that transition. Tip 5 is to conduct an exit interview. This is between you and the employee. It's an opportunity for you both to give each other affirming and constructive feedback about your time together. Tip number 6 is to throw a goodbye party. This can be as simple as a 45-minute virtual party where people get to say goodbye and to express their gratitudes. And it goes a long way in terms of creating closure. At Curiosity Base, we also like to create goodbye videos that we show in this goodbye party. And this is a way to highlight their contributions while they were with us. And it's a keepsake for them. So those are 6 things I highly recommend you do. There are 2 other nice to have things. So one is to create a goodbye message. So invite the exiting employee to write a message, a letter to their colleagues, vendors, clients, to tell them what they're going to miss, what they are proud of accomplishing during this time, and what's next for them. This goes a long way in reducing speculation as to why this person left. And also, it shows the other employees that this is the way we honor people who we worked with. Another nice to have is creating overlap time between the person who's leaving and the person who is coming to replace them. Now, this only works if you have enough budget and you know who the replacement is going to be. If you can do this, it serves as both offboarding and onboarding. So personnel, employee transitions, always stressful. And yet these are some strategies that you can apply to reduce that stress, reduce the disruption, to ensure a smooth transition and productivity during this time. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please do click like and also share it with others. You can read a more detailed version on our blog at curiositybased.com.